let's go to the US, where one of Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez's constituents appears to lose her mind over the climate change crisis during a town hall get-together. Have a look at this.
So I think your next campaign slogan has to be this: we got to start eating babies. We don't have enough time. There's too much CO2. All of you, you're pollutant. Too much CO2. We have to start now, please. You are so great. I'm so happy that you really support a nuclear deal, but it's not enough. You know, even if we would bomb Russia, we still have too many people, too much pollution. So we have to get rid of the babies. That's a big problem. Just stopping having babies is not enough. We need to eat the babies, and this is very serious. Please give a response.
Thank you. No, thank you.
Oh my goodness, I wish I could show you the whole thing because it's just as good as that. It is so funny, but I cannot for the life of me, Daisy, work out if that's real. Is it parody? Is she a performance artist? Is she some comedic genius who's put together this routine that's now gone viral? Or is she genuine? Does she really believe what she's saying? It's becoming increasingly difficult to separate parody from reality.
Oh, well, you know what, given the sort of the scope of what she's saying, not only advocating cannibalism but eating babies, who knows, it could be a far-right troll. Maybe they've got an infiltrator to go in to kind of parody the regressive left, to turn everyone against them. But this is, you know, in all seriousness though, the fact, if she's real, the fact that someone is obviously feeling such profound terror, not just anxiety, but terror over the issue of climate change and how to deal with it is representative of how I think sociopathic a lot of these climate change activists, alarmists are. And, like, I mean, to Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez's credit, I'm no fan of hers, but she did later in the video handle it quite well and said, look, you know...
I disagree with you because I'm 70 to 80% convinced this woman isn't genuine, that this is an act.
Yeah.
But what I couldn't believe was AOC just thanking her for the question and and the only thing she seemed to dispute was because this woman was saying, we've only got months to act. And she goes, no, we've got a bit more than months. We've got a few years. So I just thought AOC's reaction was the real thing there to take note of, other than this woman, because we don't know if she's real or not. But this is what it's come to, that the hysteria is just so strong that when you see these things, you can't be sure whether they're real or not, because there are people who genuinely think we've got months before the planet is going to be uninhabitable unless we take drastic action today. Gideon, that's for you. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, that's all right. Was waiting on bated breath. No, look, you're right, Rita. This is you know, it may very well be an imposter. I've gone up and down all day. I've watched the video a few times. I've tried to figure out, is this woman legit? Is she not? But the fact that we don't know says everything you need to know.
Exactly.
The fact that this woman could be a real climate activist it tells you everything you need to know about the utter derangement that this debate has fallen into. And this woman isn't the only person to suggest cannibalism as a response to climate change. It was some Swedish scientists who reckoned that human meat is the answer for
But to give the
problems.
Swedish scientists some credit, they weren't advocating killing people. They were just advocating, I think, eating dead people.
Oh, that's much more sensible.
Which I think is...
that's sustainable environmentalism.
When it comes to climate crazies, that's quite a measured sort of solution compared to the ones who just want to eliminate, you know, huge portions of the population. But who knows, in a few years' time, maybe this woman will be nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. I mean, it's the way we're going, where just hysteria and completely fact-free ranting can see you elevated to some heroic status.
Well, look at Greta Thunberg. I mean, God bless the girl. I feel extremely sorry for her, but she's literally being treated like this 16-year-old climate prophet who is there to save the planet. And she's saying things like, our house is on fire, the planet is burning,
people are dying.
I want you to panic, people are dying, etc.,
And no one questions that. And I know all about, you know, she's 16, you don't want to be critical of a child, but then you can't have it both ways. You can't elevate her to some oracle who must be blindly followed and then say, don't criticise her or question what she says. When she says people are dying, then Is there no one in the media who asks, give us some examples, please, just a few?
Well, exactly, and that's the issue I have with people who say, oh, how dare you criticise Greta Thunberg, she's a child. Like, if you are a minor and she's not a child, she's 16, if you put yourself out there in the realm of political ideas, which is a very adult arena, and say, I want adults to take me seriously as they take another adult, you have to be prepared for the adults who disagree with you to also take you as seriously as they are and as they would another adult.
Oh, and you can be sure if there was an activist from another side, if it was someone pushing a conservative cause, whether that be free speech or whether it be...
Well, Kyle Kushnov, who's one of the Marjorie Stoneham Douglas shooters survivors, he's about 17 and he's a pro-Second Amendment advocate, and he gets ripped apart and shown no respect.
That's it. And there's a double standard there when it's like kids are out of bounds. Now,